Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Spyder Sense Riding. For those that are not familiar with me, my name is DJ. I'm one of the three-wheel Can-Am specialists here at Moto Member Select, the largest Can-Am Spyder dealer here in the US. And as always, thank you guys for checking out the channel, helping it grow, asking some great questions. And today I'm actually going to address a question that somebody asked in the comments, is that if I can do a Moto Member Select video on a 2025 Spyder F3 Limited Special Series. So today is the day. Thank you for sharing your comment and getting back to me. And this video is for you and for anybody else that is in the market for Spyders or just looking to kind of understand this specific model here. So 2025 F3 Limited Special Series. It is the absolute pinnacle, top of the line for the F3 lineup. It is based off the platform of the standard F3 Limited, but it comes right out the box with some upgraded exclusives and some premium features that we're going to discuss here. The first thing that anybody notices is always going to be the color, and this is in the British green metallic. Guys, in the photos, probably even in this video, it's not going to do it any justice, but this is an absolute gorgeous color, probably one of my favorites, and I don't have any negative thoughts about this specific color, and it's paired up perfectly with the secondary trim, and that is going to be carbon black. So everywhere on this bike that doesn't have a splash of blue, a splash of green in there, it's going to be carbon black, which is like a gunmetal gray. It is a matte finish, and green and this carbon black is an absolute perfect match if you ask me. Whoever designed this at Can-Am, they deserve a raise, and I want to buy them a coffee. Let them know. But gorgeous colorway, which is going to make it specifically unique to the 25 F3 Limited Special Series. Meaning, if you guys are out on the road riding your car, slingshot, motorcycle, whatever it is, your own Spyder, and you see this color on the road, you know for a fact it is a 2025. You know for a fact it's an F3 Limited, and you know 100% for a fact it is a F3 Limited Special Series. Only unique to this colorway here. They also have the 16-spoke rim package, which again is complemented with the carbon black color. And for the 2025 model year, they have upgraded to the upgraded to the XPS Roadster tires, just better grip, better longevity, overall premium. There's going to be 5 exclusive upgrades or features that come standard on this bike. We've already touched base on one of them, that is the colorway. But the next thing is going to be the short reach handlebar. This is something that they've done in the previous F3 Limited Special Series models in the past, and it's just a better enhancement for that person's adjustability. As you guys know, like I mentioned in previous videos, it's all about the U-Fit system, making sure that we can fit you properly for the bike. And the short reach handlebar is probably the most ideal handlebar for this type of riding style. It is a cruiser style bike, so your feet go forward. Naturally, your body will want to lean backwards. So having the short reach handlebar that comes closer to you is going to be a little bit more comfortable. You don't feel like you're reaching, or it doesn't feel like when your feet come forward and you have to do one of these positions. No, it allows you to chill, allows you to relax, it allows you to be a little bit more comfortable. So the color, and you have the short reach handlebar. The next thing that they've also done in the past is the comfort seat for the driver and the passenger. A little bit more padding, a lot more comfortable, and definitely enhances the style just because carbon black. I mean, they did a great job of a splash of this carbon on this bike with that British green. But for the driver and the passenger, it does have a comfort seat. The next thing is going to be the top case rack. This is also something that's standard right out the box. And again, you have 37 gallons of storage capacity. But again, people somehow fill up the front compartment. They somehow fill up the side compartments. They somehow fill up this large top case. And they have a 1-gallon glove box compartment that they also fill up. But if they end up taking an unexpected trip or finding something at the gift shop, somebody gives them a gift or whatever it is, and they don't have any means to put it on the bike, they do have a top case rack there for external storage. So take some netting, take some bungee cords. You can actually strap it down to the top case there. The next thing and the last thing that this bike now comes standard with, and it is Can-Am's most popular accessory. It is our most popular accessory, and that is going to be a backrest, the most underrated accessory that you can upgrade any Spyder to for longevity of riding, for the absolute most comfort. This backrest here, Can-Am is now Can-Am's gonna make me cry because they're finally thinking about the customer in the best way possible. So that backrest is something that is standard on the F3 Limited Special Series. If you guys aren't familiar or don't know, you can angle the backrest because again, everybody has different positions that they feel most comfortable, positions that they need. So you can adjust this backrest, which I have a couple videos on how to make the adjustment. So you can bring it forward, you can bring it backwards. So having the backrest on there, super bonus. Thank you, Can-Am. But those are going to be the upgraded features that come standard on the F3 Limited Special Series. Now here at Moto Member, we'd like to enhance this bike just a tad bit further. It's already the top of the line, so we didn't go too crazy when it comes to this kind of model here, but we'd like to add, we definitely added a few more things that kind of help out. And just before I do that, I cannot forget that the 25 F3 Limited Special Series comes with one more feature that is crucial for your ride enjoyment, for technology enhancement, and that is going to be a backup camera. This 25 has the 10.25-inch touchscreen dash display that has Apple CarPlay, but the moment that you kick this bike into reverse, the backup camera is going to pop up on the screen, super bright, super easy to read, and compliments of the 10.25-inch touchscreen dash display. And again, Can-Am, they do a great job of listening to what people are griping about, what questions they have, and making the changes to the bike. And they're not too far out when they do it. You know, if somebody asks something, they don't wait 10 years to make a change. They make changes pretty quickly. So having a much larger dash display for better visibility to be able to see your stuff, but adding a backup camera is also a bonus. People have been asking about a backup camera for a while, so now they find delivered and came through. So having a backup camera on your F3 Limited Special Series is another premium upgrade that comes only on this bike right out the box. I'm not going to say anything about not being able to add it to any other models, but knowing that this backup camera comes from the factory provided, another premium feature there. So that is going to be all the premium upgrades that come standard right out the box on an F3 Limited Special Series. Now we're just going to talk briefly about some of the things that we here at Moto Member Select have done to the bike. And that one thing is going to be the taller windshield. This is the tallest windshield that you can get on any F3. When I say any F3, I only mean the F3T, the F3 Limited, and of course the Special Series. The F3S has a different head unit, so this windshield wouldn't even work. So if you have an F3T, an F3 Limited, or a Special Series, this is the tallest windscreen. And keep in mind, you do sit lower in the bike, so there is plenty of clearance to kind of help with that one wind buffering. And even though you sit lower, the passenger still sits a little bit higher just based on where they sit. It still does a good job of blocking some of that air for the passenger back there. The next thing that we've done on this bike is add this front. Let's see if I can turn it the right way. Perfect. It's going to be, let's turn this bike on. It's going to be this front accent light here. So that stays illuminated the entire time, just an extra glow. You know, if somebody's looking in the rearview mirror and you're behind them, that's a cool little light that they'll see right there. The also other thing we added on this bike is going to be the LED fog lights. So in 2024, Can-Am went from halogen headlights to 2 stacked LED headlights. Super bright, super easy to see. And then when you add the fog lights on top of that, I mean, you'll be able to see everything on that road. People have no question about seeing you. And then it just enhances the overall look of the bike in general. So 2 stacked LED headlights, a nice fog light, and then you have your front accent light here. The next thing that we've done to this bike is, you're going to see this on every single bike here in the dealership, and that is going to be our turn signal light here. Right here above the fender. So as you guys can see, it's illuminated right now because it stays illuminated, but once you apply the turn signal, this starts blinking here. So your traditional turn signal, it's here, it's almost 12 o'clock right on the front fender. So we believe here at Moto Member, it's crucial that you add this turn signal light here or some type of variation of it just for a side visibility profile. Because if you guys notice, there's nothing here that's helping you be seen from the side. These floorboard lights don't have any lights on them. This is just a reflector, so the light has to hit it in the right way. But there is no other light on this bike that is going to help you be seen from the side. Whether you're about to merge, whether you're in a blind spot, anything during the day, during the night, there's nothing on this bike right out the box that is going to help you be seen. So we take that opportunity to make sure that we care about your safety and make sure that you are seen. So that turn signal light is really one of our only opportunities to help somebody be a little bit more visible. We do have other things like skid plate lights, wheel lights, but something that's a little bit more premium, a little bit more classy, and just looks like it's part of the bike is going to be this turn signal here. And that's one thing that I wish Can-Am would kind of consider a little bit more, because I know they have features like that for the RTs, but for the F3s, we need something that helps out with as far as lighting wise. But like I said, I can't be mad at somebody saying, what can I do to help me be seen from the side? I'm 100% of the time going to recommend this turn signal fender light here. The last thing that I want to say we put on this bike here is going to be the passenger armrest. Of course, again, this is the absolute top of line for the F3 models here. for 1-up riding and 2-up riding. So having the passenger armrest for that passenger back there is going to help them feel a little bit locked in. If you guys aren't aware, you can open and close these passenger armrests. And the main reason for that is if they did not move, open, or close, and they stayed fixed in one position, whoever's sitting back there is going to be looking at a DOT approved sticker the entire time. So having them being able to kind of lean to one side over the other allows them to kind of adjust their posture, adjust their position, just for better comfort. And then, like I've mentioned in previous videos, if there is no passenger, you can utilize the passenger seat as extra storage when you have these passenger armrests installed. Just because you can put a bag there, you can take some bungee cord and you can strap down your stuff back here just to make sure it feels a little bit more locked in. So again, you got 37 gallons of storage from your front trunk, your side bags, your top case rack. And then if you utilize the passenger armrest for more storage, I mean, this bike can do it all. And the beautiful part about filling up all these compartments is the air ride suspension on this bike. It has a built-in air compressor, and it is self-leveling air adjustments to that rear shock back there. So that's going to account for the amount of weight. It's going to account for whoever's sitting on the bike, and it's automatically going to adjust. So that is a super premium feature that comes standard on your F3 Limited as well, but on the F3 Limited Special Series with all these other enhancements, all these other premium features, it's going to make this bike world top class when it comes to the F3 side. But that is really going to be all I have for the F3 Limited Special Series today. Thank you for that viewer who reached out to me to say, hey, can you guys do a video on this specific bike? I'm glad I was able to come through. You guys are asking some great questions. If you guys are in the market for this bike, any bike in general, in the description, I left a link. It's just a form. It's nothing that you have to fill out. But if you guys would like me to reach out and kind of help you and guide you through the process of what you should be looking out for, what questions to ask when it comes to looking in the market of a Spyder, please take the time to fill that out. If you guys need to get in touch with me directly or would like to get in touch with me directly, I also leave that in the description, just my direct line. But again, thank you guys for checking out my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.